Today's topic is Flashback, one of the oldest narrative devices. Epics like Ramayana, Mahabharata, and Odyssey are some of the earliest literature to incorporate flashbacks. It was noticeably used in cinema by D.W. Griffith in the early days of the silent era, and since then, filmmakers are using the storytelling device to tackle various situations. A flashback can establish the character conflict or reveal character motivations. It can change our perspective regarding a specific character or establish doubt against everyone's narrative. It can be an extensive dive in the memory lane to understand a crucial event, or literal flashes to the back to refresh our memory. Three Idiots used it as a structural core, where the events from the flashback formed a parallel narrative. The Damned United employed the same technique to portray the rise and fall of Brian Clough. The Godfather 2 is probably the greatest example of it. Now, whether flashbacks are used as a structural device or a way to fill in a crucial backstory, they are often done visually. V. Shantaram in his 1946 film Dr. Kotnis ki Amar Kahani decided to do flashback in a different manner. The film is based on Dr. Kotnis, who went to China during the Second World War to provide medical assistance. The film starts when Kotnis returns to his hometown after finishing his medical education. He has already decided to serve in the foreign nation, but his father, who's unaware of this decision, had already set up a clinic for him. To portray how Kotnis breaks the news for his father is done with the help of flashback in this fantastic scene. When Kotnis tells his father, the camera dollies in and frames his father in a single to establish the conflict. This conflict is then maintained over the next two shots by framing both the characters in singles. The fourth shot is the longest shot of the scene, where the flashback plays out. Kotnis talks about a politician from Bombay urging people to provide help in China. Now, instead of cutting visually, Shantaram cuts the diegetic sound and replaces it with the sound from the rally.
जोश भरी आवाज से कह रहे थे, बहनों और भाइयों, जापान ने चीन पर जो जुल्म ढाए हैं, उनसे आप बेखबर नहीं.
As the speech continues, the camera pans left to frame his father in a medium-long single. He is now witnessing orally what his son witnessed in person.
दुनिया कांप उठी, धरती थर्रा कर रह गई. उस पड़ोसी मुल्क की मदद करना क्या हमारा फर्ज नहीं?
Kotnis re-enters the frame, making his father see the situation from his perspective. He wants his father to feel the same way he felt.
हम सब मिलकर उस दुखी देश की सेवा करें, जहां तक बन पड़े कई एक सेवक दवाइयां और मदद का जरूरी सामान वहां भेजकर अपना फर्ज अदा करें, अपनी हमदर्दी का सबूत दें.
The two-shot continues as he keeps painting a vivid picture of the events from Bombay. Kotnis then starts to move away from his father as the politician asks for doctors to come forward to travel to China. When no one answers, he feels compelled to come forward. This feeling of a single person standing out from the crowd is replicated by framing Kotnis in a single.
उस पर नेता ने फिर आवाज बुलंद की, है कोई ऐसा देशभक्त?
And when he says yes, he walks closer to his father to create this two-shot, which involves his father in this momentous decision.
द्वारकानाथ कोटनिस, आपका शहर शोलापुर, डॉक्टर द्वारकानाथ, कोटनिस, शोलापुर, हिंदुस्तान.
As the crowd erupts with loud cheers for Kotnis and his hometown, the camera frames the proud father in a close-up to end the flashback. This sound flashback uses 6 beats to portray how Kotnis makes his father understand the reason behind his decision. With the use of sound alone, Shantaram creates both the atmosphere and the transition between space and time. The meticulous blocking keeps the visual interest going, and the single take maintains active audience participation. 3 things, 1 shot. Now that is great filmmaking. This way of using sound was common in the world of theatre. He used a technique common in one art form to provide an uncommon experience in another art form. This innovativeness and risk-taking abilities made V. Shantaram one of the greatest filmmakers India ever had. But somehow we seem to have lost that ability. Ability to push the boundaries of the medium. Ability to challenge our audience. If V. Shantaram could do that in 1946, what the fuck is stopping us now?